The other one is that we're asking our veterinarians to go on farm and do a lot of different things to necessarily what they've been doing. And there's been a lot of talk about we want our farmers, our veterinarians to get out and be consultants. And that, in the truest sense, that means hanging up your overalls and you become a consultant, you know, a shiny suit sort of thing. That's not what we're wanting at all. We believe, and we've had some groups working on this for the last couple of years, that actually the most powerful person to change for the better some things on farm is the veterinarian who's there and having a really great relationship with that farmer. And often that farmer is not that high-end farmer who may have a pure consultant, because they're probably in that top performing group anyway. It's the middle group of farmers who are relating to the middle group of our veterinarians who are just doing a good job and wanting to do better. And if we can move them up the line, and whether that's welfare or profitability, I think we need to move away from productivity a wee bit now, because we have to have a think about that environmental impact on that. But if we can move that middle group of the farmers up a little bit on the whole welfare and profitability sector, then we'll do a really good job for NZ Inc. and our individual clients. So,
can I interrupt?
Yes, sure.
So in order to get in that role with a farmer, you need to build a relationship.
Yeah.
And to do that, you need to be around more than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So the issue that we have is that you have new graduates who come, and they'll be there for 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, and then they go. So it's extremely difficult to build up that relationship when you've had the opportunity to start. So have you had any thoughts about that area of things?
Well, certainly retention of staff. I mean, I think if people are happier, I mean, I think we have to look forward and say that it is very unlikely that the future generations of veterinarians will stay in one job for 30 years. That's unlikely to happen. You know, we've got much more global population, we've got a lot of pressures because our veterinarians come with a +1 who also wants a good job, whatever that +1 is, whether it's male or female. And so sometimes small rural communities are hard pressed to provide 2 opportunities, and so it's difficult to keep people in those rural jobs. But retention is an issue, but I think all we say is that actually we'll have to accept that people will move around more, but we need to put some things around people to actually make it easier for them to have trusted relationships. So we're developing, and I did come around and talk at Roadshow a few years ago about a career framework to add some extra tools to our toolkit, because we are incredibly technically well trained, but we possibly could do a little bit more on the non-technical stuff, which is unlocking our ability to translate the science into the speak that our farming clients and actually our small animal clients as well will take on board, and it will affect positive change wherever you're working. So we have this continuing education framework, which means that you'll get your young veterinarian who comes out, and after a few years they will actually start to work on a certain course, which in the past we've just had a pick and mix of continuing education, which once you've done it, you might have it on your CPD record for the 3-year role, but that's it. So when you do move to your next job, you have no kind of records really of where you've been and what you've done. I say, like for me, I came out 30 or so years ago. I got a BBSc, and I'm still sitting at a BBSc, and there's nothing to show in the middle really. Whereas obviously you've learned a lot along that way. And we have the crazy situation in our production animal veterinarians where we have world-leading experts in farm production medicine in New Zealand who are not recognised because there's no way they can become recognised. They may go to Australia and get the Australian college. They could go over to an American university and become a specialist in the New Zealand term, learning about other production systems, but there is no way you can be an advanced practitioner or a kind of anybody with any recognised skills in New Zealand, even if you are a world-class leading veterinarian in New Zealand. So we're putting together a CPD program that will be a career program that you can add to, and really what it's about is putting those non-technical skills, so it's adult education, financial, environmental, as well as a whole lot of kind of core curriculum, technical stuff, really to provide greater support for our veterinarians. So hopefully they enjoy their job more because they can actually influence better, and thereby hopefully they might stay a little longer as well. and be able to develop those long-term relationships.